looks like he's going to bring it out. He was bold to bring that thing out of the end zone, but he'll go out of bounds at the 17-yard line. Snap. He never had a chance to get it to the edge and first play of the game, and you're already behind the sticks.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
Quick release by the QB. Nice gain on that play, but it leaves it a little short of the first down. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time and late in the season.
These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
Got his man to the left. Out of bounds at the 24-yard line after the huge pickup.
And get ready, Reese, to call this guy's name out a lot in this one because he is the go-to guy. This is the stud player on offense lining up in the slot where the quarterback is going to look more often than not. He's one of the biggest playmakers they have, and the defense needs to be ready for him.
And the Bears will have it 1st and 10. The give to the tailback. Able to make the stop after a gain of 2 to the 22.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Looking to fire. Oh, they're after him. Got his man downfield. Huge gain before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
Man, this guy's closing in quickly on 100 yards receiving. We're not even out of the first quarter yet. We knew he was going to be a big part of the game plan and the strategy, but every time they've looked his way, he's been making a big play. And that's something the defense, they have to be aware of moving forward.
And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense. Offense trying to pay it off on 2nd and goal. This is a design run. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Bears!
And I think a lot of people probably expected to see that, right? They're playing on the road, and you know this is going to be a hostile environment, but they've got the better players, and we've seen that before. There was no hesitation. Opening drive, they go right down the field, they score a touchdown, and they made a statement.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Motion from the wideout. Looking for space. It's Durant. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Off play action. Gets it out fast. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
Wants to throw on 3rd down. Makes the grab. It's Durant. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36.
Well, after watching the other offense go down the field and score a touchdown, you know this guy's trying to lead his offense to do the exact same thing. That was a big 3rd down. I know there's a lot of football left to play, but you're trying to establish confidence as early as possible. That last throw is really going to help out your team.
To the air on 1st down. Quick completion on the out. Stopped at the 47 after a 10-yard gain.
Well, this tight end is so athletic that at times they'll line him up at different parts of the field. That time he was in the slot. Nice job running the route, finding the open space in the defense for the completion.
And the Broncos look to keep this drive humming. They'll give it to the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. They're looking to get the edge with this one on the toss. Got room at the 35. Lot of room to the right. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Boise State.
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the 2nd level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear with his speed, he was gone.
And he added the extra point. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He's on the loose. Wide open, and it's a foot race. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. He is headed to the sideline with a little bounce in his step after scoring on that kick return.
And he should have some bounce in his step. How about the effort, weaving in and out, covering all that space, great blocking on the play, and he does the rest. You don't put guys back deep that can't roll. And you could see when he got in the open field, he rolled out.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Give to the running back. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on 1st down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Off the play fake. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. That's the end of the quarter, and it's Baylor holding the edge. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the 2nd quarter. So they had a chance to talk over this 3rd down play to open the period. From the gun, wants to pass. Working on the right. Gets it to the 46-yard line. 1st down for this offense. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, 3rd down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win, and he gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the 1st down.
Get set. Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking to throw on 1st down. Can't make the catch. It's incomplete, and that drop might have cost him a big play on 1st down.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, and really, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Back has it. Look out, he's got room. He has the 1st and still on his feet. He goes out of bounds, but there is a flag on the field. Let's see what this one's about. The Broncos have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Quarterback making checks. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. The delay of game pushes the offense back. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Back to pass. Catch in the middle. It's Durant. Not the biggest play in the world, but it's one that can set the tone as he bangs his way out to the 38. Sometimes it's not about a fancy play design. It's about just getting him the ball and letting him play.
Especially nowadays with running backs being so good out of the backfield. You know they're going to catch it, and there's so many ways to use them, but exactly. Get it to him. Let him break tackles. Let him make plays. Easy decision.
Makes the grab. He won't get there. It'll bring up 4th down. So he was forced to just take what the defense gave him, and they were able to stop him short of the 1st down.
And when you're a defense and you get 3rd and long and you know exactly where those sticks are, you set your feet at them, they throw it underneath, I go rally, make the tackle. Perfect 3rd down and long execution by this defense.
And they'll let that one go, and it'll roll out of bounds. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. There he goes. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
I'll tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. runs really good routes. He's got nice hands, and you saw it on that last play.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Lining up in the Wildcat, let's see what they've got. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And that's a great job by the defense, understanding exactly the situation, understanding to stay home, play sound, no matter who gets the football. We're going to run to the football hard. We're going to cage the football, be disciplined. Nice job by the defense.
The blue turf rumbling on this third down attempt as the Bronco fans exhort the D. From the gun, wants to pass. Complete with conviction on the crosser. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
This guy's done a lot of good things early this year throwing the football. With that last completion, that now takes him over 1,000 yards passing for the year.
This time they'll go to the running game. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it with efficiency and getting first downs and staying on the field. And you saw another great example right there running the football. Anything they want to do right now is working.
And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. Kept it on the ground on first down. Let's see what they do on second. Leaves it with the back. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. The Bears are at the line looking to convert on third and short. He's looking to throw on third and short. Working the middle, it's complete. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13.
All right, second quarter, getting closer to the half. Offense is still having a lot of success stringing some first downs together. Defense is going to need to figure something out before they get to halftime.
And the Bears, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. They get him stopped, but those feet kept moving until he was down to the 5.
I like the poise by the quarterback on that play, too, because a lot of times as a quarterback, you see the blitz coming, and immediately you want to audible, you want to try to throw the ball, but he knew that he had a good run play called, and he knew he could leave it on. Heads-up play by the QB.
He's got it. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be 1st and goal.
How many first downs is that just on this drive? We're going to have to get the training staff to give some IVs and get some bananas, and we better stay hydrated because at this rate, the defense is going to play way too many snaps.
The Bears will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. Touchdown, Baylor! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
And that's the way you execute on offense, man. You keep your foot on the gas. Try to make this a 2-score game. You do with that touchdown. This offense executing beautifully. The defense is going to have to find something in the second half to get some stops.
So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Works his way out to the 33-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
Tight end now in motion. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Finds his tight end. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains. They're going to run it. Got the first down and still on his feet. He's loose down the left side. Touchdown Broncos! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch it.
And you're going to need more of this in the second half. That's the way you punctuate a drive at the end of the first half to cut this to a one-possession game. You need more of that physicality in the second half.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And he's not going to take the touchback. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. Snap to the back. Quickly complete. Wildcat look didn't get much. Picked up a few on that one. They'll immediately call timeout. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
And a great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get him to the ground. You want many guys swarming to the football, trying to get that elusive guy on the ground.
And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down. And the Bears come to the line in the hurry-up. Wants to throw on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting the throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. Fires to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Toss to the outside. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. Waning seconds of the first half, and they'll try to tack on a 3 before they head to the locker room. This is not a straight-on kick, a 42-yarder from the right hash. And it's right down the boulevard. And that lead grows even bigger. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. The Bears will kick it off to start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. motion from the back. Snap to the back. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29. Now on 2nd down. Running back searching for a hole. Gets it past the marker. Getting up close to midfield. Gets it to the 48-yard line before being run out of bounds.
You're down. Obviously, at the half, you had a conversation. We got to come out and put points on the board. And, Jesse, it looks like they're going to start with the ground game.
And I love this, David, too. Regardless of whether they're losing or they're winning, come out here and try to be the most physical unit here in the second half. Get this run game established.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. Makes the catch. It's LeBoy. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
Well, they execute the end route. How about the arm strength by the QB? That was an absolute bullet on that completion.
They'll try the run. Relying on that running game, and it works for about 3 yards to the 31.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
We'll send the tight end in motion. Wide receiver going in motion. Quick pass on the jet motion. And he doesn't find much running room. A short gain on the play.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the inside.
Somehow fits it into a host of defenders. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. They'll send out the kicker here. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Boise State.
With a double-digit deficit here in the second half, they're going to go for it on 4th down. Making side adjustments here. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. A famous writer once said, most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Here is a desperate move, going for it on 4th down, trailing by double figures. He'll take a shot. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. Off the play fake on 1st down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Great play by the defense there, getting the tackle for loss. But on offense, your mindset has to be, we need to be the more more physical team here in the second half. We've got the lead, third quarter. We want to run the ball. We've got to have more success getting our blocks and moving forward if we're going to win this game.
Got his man quickly. Oh, he didn't get there, and what a stop against an offense that's been magnificent on third down. And the Bears will try to pin them back with the punt. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. And the returner will be dragged down. Let's see what they have dialed up as this drive starts from the 29-yard line. Use the play fake, now to throw. He lobs one high down the left side. They've avoided the interception all day, but they were lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be second down.
Got to give this defense credit, man. They've been so good in the back end in coverage. They basically gave nothing away in the first half, and here they are in the second half defending a deep ball.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. The toss sweep to the right. Defense closed down quickly after a gain of 3. They'll mark it at the 32.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. Takes his shot. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down. And the Broncos will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. I wouldn't quite call it a shank, but that's not exactly going to go on the resume reel. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. So the first play of the drive will come from the 43. Going right to work up top. Looking left. Makes the grab. Turning it on. He's at the... And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown Bears! These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the MAC. Buffalo needs to pick up the pace, but this puppy is far from over. And with this crowd there in Western New York behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback. They're trailing by just 2 to Eastern Michigan. The Maction never sleeps, and we'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Creates a little space. They needed to find enough space and get it moving forward, and they're up to the 22.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Looking for a chunk play on second and short. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. The Broncos come to the line on third and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. They'll stick to the ground, looking for the marker.
Well, no real mystery there, and I think this coaching staff has a lot of confidence in their offensive line to get the push needed, to give that back just a big enough crease to fall forward and get the first.
And it's so hard. My room for error is so small when I'm a defensive line. Like, I got to get off the ball as fast as I can and try to get some form of penetration. Just stop that ball from going north-south. They don't do it there, and they give up the first down.
And they can't make the connection, and 3 quarters are in the book as we head to the 4th. That's the end of the period. Baylor is on top. This has been utter domination through 3 quarters, and the stats will back that up. Now just about ready to snap it to start the 4th. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. They'll go to the ground. Just enough there to get it to the 25, a pickup of 2.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Unloads to the wideout. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
I would not want to be the offensive coordinator right now. This offense has a hard time completing the forward pass and making plays. And now you're down, and they know to rush the passer. They know the pass is coming. I'm not sure what the answer is because this offense is just struggling in the passing game.
They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Got him downfield. Lowers those pads. Run out of bounds after the long game, but they've got it now 1st and goal. Some might have the philosophy to milk the clock. Others have this philosophy. Just keep going at them.
Yeah, until you stop me. And I think the offense, you can tell, it's pretty clear. They're going to keep their foot on the gas, continuing to throw the football down the field, attack, make big plays like they have all game long.
Here comes the heat. Hauls it in. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And really good job knowing I don't get in the end zone. I got to get close to the end zone, be ready to break on the football as soon as they throw it. I can't give up any yards after the catch, and they don't right there.
It's complete to the left. He's down at the 1, and they almost have the touchdown pass on that one. They'll try to run it in. Touchdown, Baylor! And the beatdown has ensued. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row. And he tacks on the extra point.
And I love the physicality of this offense. It's 3rd and goal. It's money time. I've got to be more physical than you. And that's exactly what this offense just did. Put the ball on the ground and put it in the end zone.
Here he comes from midway in the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Boise State ready to send out that offense. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. They'll move the wide receiver. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Well, the defense came into this one knowing if they stop the pass, they win the game, and they have done that. Their guys have won one-on-one on islands. They've been able to get to the quarterback. They've been mixing up their looks. They haven't even allowed 100 yards passing in this one, and that's why they are way ahead here in the 4th quarter.
Oh, he's got some space. Pass to 50. Pass to 30. He's at the 10. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Broncos.
David, This guy's showing us everything he's got in his toolbox. Between the tackles, running outside, the elusiveness, the vision, the speed, the patience, and with that home run, now has over 200 yards rushing in this game.
And there's nothing more frustrating than a guy that just keeps coming and keeps coming. They keep feeding him, and he keeps breaking tackles. He keeps making big plays. This defense has had absolutely no answer for that stud.
And the point after is good. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. Good, solid pickup on that one, and they've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
And the defense down in this game, they just can't do anything to stop this offense at this point, David. Right now, they know they're going to be trying to run the football and try and ice the game, but there's nothing at this point it seems they can do.
Yeah, and it's frustrating. I got to sell out, man. I got to bring as many guys to the line of scrimmage as I can. I got to find a way to get this ball back to my offense. The clock is not my friend, and them running the football is only going to run this thing out quicker. I got to find a way to make something happen, strip the football, do something.
Misfired on first down, back to the air on second. Wide open downfield. And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the first down. He just keeps piling up numbers with completion after completion in this standout performance.
And I think some people might say late in the game, you got the win, everything's in hand, be a little bit conservative, or you just say, I'm just going to keep doing me. And what I do with this offense is throw the football all over the yard, and I'm going to try to win me a big trophy at the end of the year.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Here's the handoff. Moves it forward just a bit, a pickup of 1 to the 35. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Line is set on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll take a deep shot here. And the DB forcing the incomplete pass with the deflection.
Well, the offense is trying to take a shot deep down the field. How about the coverage? Knocking that ball away and doing it clean. No PI on that one.
It's wise not to be too greedy, and they'll go ahead and send out the field goal unit. Right down the boulevard. It's good. And that will extend their lead even further.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, 4th quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
Bronco offense back out there ready to give it another spin. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. He's got him. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. And the Broncos in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Motion from the wide receiver. They're testing the right side here. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker.
Offense facing fourth down.
Trying play action. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up.
Yeah, I do that cover too. Yeah.
Way this defense wanted to wrap it up, make a play themselves, finish off the game, and the offense can kneel it out from here. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David.
Breaks into the open. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. Guys, this one's going to go down as a nice win against a ranked opponent, and we didn't get the upset that many had thought we might.
No, they proved to the entire country watching this game that they are indeed the superior team, offensively, defensively, running, throwing, whatever it is.
Touchdown Bears! And the punishment has been extended. They extend the lead here in the fourth, and after stumbling early, about to push their record to 3-1. Beep, beep, beep. You know what that is? That's the garbage truck unloading the garbage time points right now.
And those garbage time points do count, though. And you're still playing the game, keep fighting, but it is that time when it's over, and nobody's really paying attention. Nobody's listening to me, or you, Reese, which not necessarily.
first play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Working the middle. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chain.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. Wants to fire on 2nd down. That's reeled in. It's Durant. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40.
And that's why for the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
A strike downfield. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. Just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
They'll throw it from the red zone. Lets it fly. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You can tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
Might be calling a hot route. On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection this time. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes. Bring the speed on the field and get ready to play the pass.
They were on the move, but 2 straight incompletions had them staring at 3rd and 10. Motion from the wideout. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Puts it out of the air. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. Timeout called by the defense, and the clock is stopped with 18 seconds left. They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. Right down the boulevard.
And they cut into this lead a little bit, but, man, it's still a huge deficit. And they're going to need their defense to get a stop in this 4th quarter and get them the ball back quickly. Still down by a good bit of points.
And that one, I don't think, with required 10 yards, it did not. Penalty marker is out. What a helpless feeling for this defense to commit that penalty and pretty much end the game. Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. Direct snap. And this Wildcat is going to be declawed. Stopped in the backfield. The offense gets the timeout. 12 ticks left on the clock.
Man, I got these fucking play style shits pissing me off. That's why I gotta do that.
Start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Looking to fire. Complete. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31, and a big pickup on that one. They've got it down to the 32. 1st and 10 coming. A designed run for the quarterback. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.